Today we will be learning our 5 times tables. But before we start the 5 times tables, let's revise the 10s, 11s and 2s. Time to learn our 5 times tables. Let's look at the even numbers first. We already know that 5 times 2 is 10 and 5 times 10 is 50 because we've done them in the previous tables. So there are only 4 even ones to learn. You may have noticed that when you multiply an even number with 5, the answer ends in a 0, just like the 10 times tables. Since 5 is half of 10, we are going to halve the number we are going to multiply by 5 with first, then put a 0 at the end of that number. Let's look at 5 times 4. We halve the 4, which is 2, and then add a 0. Let's look at 5 times 6. Half of 6 is 3, and then we add a 0. So the answer is 30. 5 times 8. Half of 8 is 4, and then we add a 0. So the answer is 40. 5 times 12. Half of 12 is 6, then put a 0 at the end. The answer is 60. So the strategy for the evens is halve it and put a 0 at the end. Let's practice the evens. Did you beat the answers? If you did, then move on to the odds. If not, then please go back and watch that section again and practice some more. Now let's fill in those gaps with the odd numbers. We already know 5 times 1 and 5 times 11 because we've covered them in the previous tables. Now let's look at 5 times 3. We already learnt 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is one more group of 5 than 5 times 2. So 10 plus 5 is 15. Let's look at 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is one group of 5 more than 5 times 4. So 20 plus 5 is 25. 5 times 7 is one group of 5 more than 5 times 6, and we know that's 30. So 5 times 7 is 35. And 5 times 9 is one group of 5 more than 5 times 8. So 5 times 9 is 45. We can also think of 5 times 9 as one group of 5 less than 5 times 10. So we see that all the odd numbers end in 5. Now let's practice the odds. Now let's practice all of them together. Now let's try dividing by 5. Remember, division is the opposite of multiplication. How did you go? Replay if you need more practice. Move on to the 12 times tables if you got them all correct.